What's up guys, Tim Wilson from Tim Wilson UK and 58 Degree here, and welcome back to the Golf Club 2 and welcome back to another career event. This is the PGA Championship 2018 from Bellerive Country Club, and this course has been created by Yeltsman, and let's jump straight into round number 1. I'm going to set this on very hard, much like I did for the Open. So it is going to be a challenge no matter what. This isn't a handicap rated course because it hasn't yet received enough plays. I do have it on the black tees, and through the 4 rounds I am going to be playing the corresponding pin set. So pin set 1 for round number 1. Let's get this championship underway. I would like to say a big thank you to all those people that have been supporting me on 58 Degree. This one will be posted on 58 Degree and also Tim Wilson UK. I'm going to continue to do so until such time as TGC 2019 comes out, and then I'm going to be posting the golf videos solely on 58 Degrees. So if you want to check out the channel, if you've yet to come across it and you're watching this on Tim Wilson UK, head over to the website. It is 58, that's the number 58, the word degree, 58degree.co.uk, and you'll be able to find a link to the YouTube channel where you can jump on there and subscribe to see any future golf videos from when TGC 2019 becomes live. Alright, so it doesn't look like we got any crowds on this one, much like we didn't have any at the Open, but let's get this round underway. It is a Yeltsman course, as I said, so we do expect good things from the course. Alright, let's get going. Slow off the first. Let's hope we've got enough fairway out there. I didn't have a warm-up round or anything before I jumped online, and perhaps I should have done. Luckily enough, skirted the bunker there. We are in the heavy rough, but let's see if we can get this on the green. Unfortunately, we do have a bunker between us and the green as well, so that's going to make life a little bit more difficult. I think we may be able to get there with this. I'm going to add a little bit more on this one. Came out nicely. Does it have the legs to get there? Yeah, it's not going to stop though because it was in the heavy rough, so it is going to roll on a little bit. And I would imagine, this being a PGA Championship, the greens will be firm. Let's have a quick look. 173, they're not incredibly fast. Let's have a look at the course details. So the fairways and the greens are both firm. The green speed, it does say fast. 173, they're not the fastest, so they're not playing 187, but it's still going to be tough to actually get these putts close, or get the approach shots close to make the putts nice and easy, especially if you land in the rough off the tee. So let's get this down to that flag. Just going to get this rolling because it is going to keep going, and that has worked out absolutely spot on. Little bit incorrect. Sorry, a little bit of a miscalculation there on the angle, but the distance was absolutely spot on. We're in for a par on the first hole. Let's have a look at what we've got here. Patrick Reed at the top. Mind you, nobody's really made any headway. Patrick Reed is level through 7 holes, so nobody has made any gains yet on the course. But as I said, it is still early days. This is the second hole. It's a par 4. It's playing 384. Fast on the backswing. That's not too bad. It should stay nice and straight because we hit it perfect on the downswing. It's going to be beautifully in the fairway there, and that is only going to leave me, it's probably going to leave me about, mind you, we didn't play as the crow flies, so that is going to still be, I was going to say 100 yards, but it's 110. Got great wind today, 1 mile an hour. We've hit an absolutely perfect and dead straight, so this should stop fairly quickly because it is one of the most lofted clubs in the bag, and we have an opportunity to go under par. Let's see if we can capitalise. Yes, we do. Alright, so we are 1 under par. Nobody else has made any headway. Patrick Reed has just dropped a shot. Right, first of the par threes. 5 mile an hour tailwind. Greens are hard, so let's have a quick look. That is rolling uphill towards the flag, so this could be the club. It is going to get a bounce. So 5 mile an hour wind, so it's going to push it up there. It's going to get a bounce, and then it should slow quite quickly because of the uphill. So that was, once more, a great approach shot, if you can call it approach shot. It's a tee shot because it is a par 3, but pretty much played the same as an approach shot on a par 4, and we're in for another birdie. So back-to-back birdies takes us to 2 under par. S. Kadara, Japanese player, he is also under par. He's the only other player that is currently under par. It looks like we've teed off fairly early because there's nobody in there that's played 18 holes as yet. Long par 4, 522 yards. That's a better strike, nice and straight. Let's hope it stays in the fairway. Yeah, it's beautifully right in the middle of the fairway. It's going to leave me a long shot into this par 4 though. This is a tough hole because you're going to be coming in with a long iron to a fast green with not a lot of room to play with. Probably playing 232 with a roll 229. It is the right club. I'm going to have to try and loft it up a little. I do fear for the worst on this one. I don't think, if I get to the green, I don't think I'm going to be able to hold it. I don't think that's even going to... It may just creep on the front. It didn't. It held up in that rough. That's not the end of the world. Went past a little ways though. That's going to be a tricky little putt coming back. Could have left myself in a better position there. And didn't allow enough, and that's going to be the first bogey of the round, first bogey of the championship. And that is on hole number 4. So let's see if we can just clean up here. Back to 1 under par. Right, couple of people there joining me, Cabrera Bello and Kadira. Fairly straight par 4. These fairways aren't incredibly wide. Couldn't have played a straighter shot than that. That was perfect, and that line was absolutely dead straight. It's going to be around 300 yards. Alright, we have 182 to the flag, 187, probably playing about 184, 5 mile an hour headwind. So let's play that as it lies. It should roll up to the flag. Let's have a look at the slope just to make sure. We do want to be dead on line here, so alright, not quite swinging with confidence at the minute. That was okay. Should roll up a little bit. Come up a little bit shy, but that's okay. That's not too bad. It's going to leave me about 20-25 feet. 28 feet. Not too bad. It's uphill. That's the main thing. was tracking quite nicely to start with. It's rolled on about 5 feet. We should be able to tap this in for the par. There we go, in for the par. And we stay at 1 under. Let's see if we're still in the mix. Yep, 4 of us now. Ricky Fowler joins us. Jimmy Walker's in the clubhouse at 1 under, so he's not going anywhere. He's going to stay there at 1 under. Fowler's only just teed off. He's 1 under through 2. This is the second of the par 3s. It is a 215 yard par 3. Really tricky pin location. Luckily enough, the green does feed down to that pin. Let's see if we can roll this up there. Only thing is, if you come up a little shy, it's getting it over that hump on the green. A little bit fast on the backswing. It's also going a little bit left. That's okay. It's taken a bit of the sting out of it. It's coming back round slightly, but it's going to be a long putt. In some cases you actually want those to run off the green, so it leaves you a chip shot instead of those incredibly long putts. It's 27 feet, it's slightly downhill, doesn't do an awful lot to start with, but then it dives off to the left. And I would imagine those 3 inches downhill are all at the end. It does look like they are, so we need to make sure that it doesn't go careering past the flag. Just got this moving. It should pick up a little bit of pace now. There we go. Oh, that was not far away. I'm pretty pleased with that attempt. That was not too bad. Should be able to tap this in for the par and remain at 1 under. It must be a tough course because nobody's really doing an awful lot. It did say when I selected the course for the event that it may not give an accurate representation of the AI handicap because the course isn't handicap rated, so that could affect the scores. So that may be why they're not sort of having it all their own way like they did when we played at Carnoustie in the Open. This is the most lofted club. We're going in nice and high, so this should stop fairly quickly. 1 bounce and it should stop dead. A little bit of backspin there, but nothing too major. Tricky little putt here, 7 feet. But it drops in, so that takes us back to 2 under par. If nobody else has made any gains, then we should be at the top of the leaderboard. We are. It said Jimmy Walker was through 18 holes. All of a sudden, he's through 7. Sometimes I wonder about this game. I'm pretty sure I'll have to go back and check that because I'm pretty sure I wasn't misreading it. I thought he was in the clubhouse at 1 under par, but it seems that he isn't because he's dropped a shot. He's back to level. Let's see if that holds. That's not going to hold, so that's going to affect our potential to get there in 2. I don't think we would have anyway because it's a 600 plus yard hole. Got an iron out of the rough here. It is a 2 iron. Don't think I'm going to take the 3 wood. Don't have any hybrids in the bag. It's out. It's in the middle of the fairway. It's going to be about 200 yards. That's okay. That's not bad. That's going to give me about 100 yards in. Exactly 100 yards in. And that is the absolute peach of a club. It's playing about 102. We've got 100 yards carry on this club. So if it's straight, we hit it fast, so it may come up short, but if it's straight... That was my only fear. With the fast, it came up a little shy, and we ended up missing it. It's not the end of the world. was a bit too fierce because it hit the flag and bounced away from the hole, but we've tapped it in for the par. Remain at 2 under. Ricky Fowler's still at 1 under, and everybody else just below. We've got Paul Casey, John Rahm, Jordan Spieth, Patrick Cantlay, Billy Horschel, quite a few big names in there. Right, we head into the final hole of the back 9. Let's see if we can hug these bunkers down the left hand side. Once more, we've hit that wonderfully straight. If anything, it's got a little bit of fade on it, which should take it a little bit further away from that rough, but that's absolutely perfect. Going to have a good view at the flag. Didn't want to get blocked off by those trees on the right hand side, which it looks like we haven't. We have about 137 yards, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little bit off this 142 club. Little bit off the 9 iron, and hopefully that will do the trick. I think that was a good bit of judgment there. A little bit left, but absolutely pin high. Left edge 7 feet, and we didn't allow enough. We did not allow enough. Probably a little bit too confident on that short putt and paid the price. That could have been 3 under par there, but unfortunately we haven't made it. We stay at 2 under through 9. Ricky Fowler and Adam Hadwin now at 1 under. As we head into the back 9, at 2 under par, another long par 4, 509 yards. Great off the tee there. That shouldn't run out of the fairway. And as far right as we can get it will give us a better angle on that flag. Let's have a quick look at this now. Okay, we're going to come in over those bunkers. There's not a lot of room to play with. 200 yards to the flag. 199, probably playing about 196. We've got a rude slope to contend with. So that should pull that left towards the flag. Has it got the legs? There is a slight front on that, but that's not too bad. Once more, that is about pin high, a little bit right. I wasn't sure how much that slope was going to affect that shot, but not as much as I anticipated, but it's not too bad. Let's just trickle this down to the flag. It's 26 feet. Let's get it there within a couple of feet, and that should give me 3 or 4 feet maybe for the par. 4 feet, dead straight, should be no bother at all. There we go. Alright, so Adam Hadwin from Canada has now gone to 2 under par. He's through hole number 4. I'm not going to put too much faith in those hole representations of where the guys are. This is a short par 4, 355 yards. Wind behind, that's probably drivable. It's a tricky one though, because you don't want to take too much of that water on. I'm going to give that a good smash down there. That wind is 6 miles an hour. There is a slope from left to right on the fairway. You will see it move ever so slightly, probably around about now. It didn't move that much. I thought the slope was stronger than that, or steeper than that, but it's going to leave a little pitch shot into this flag. And it is also playing uphill. So this 45-yard carry, we should get a few yards of rollout. I don't think it's going to check up quickly because of the green speed. Oh, it did. It was one bounce and it checked, and that might be literally due to the slope. Alright, we are in for birdie. That is a lovely short hole. I would imagine the guys are going to tear that up this week. That is definitely a drivable green. definitely a drivable green, and we're probably going to see the guys really attacking that this week. Probably going to see a few people in the water, but they're definitely going to be attacking number 11. Alright, so we got a really bad pull on that one. It's just outside of the cones, so I think I'll be fortunate if I hold on to the fairway here. Luckily enough, the slope on the fairway has kept me in the short stuff. That's not too bad. Wind's picked up a little bit. It's playing 137. Tracking nicely. A little bit too big. I added a little bit more onto that because I wasn't sure how much that wind was going to affect that shot, but more so than I originally anticipated. Got to make sure I don't hit this too hard. Alright, we'll take that. That's going to take us to 3 under par. Should be out there on our own. Oh, sorry, 4 under par. We were at 3. Jordan Spieth, Billy Horschel, Rory and Ross Fisher now are all at 1 under. Hole number 13, another par 3, 191 yards. Once more, a very tricky pin location. I'm going to try and use that wind and also that slope. Don't know whether I've caught the slope though. Oh, it's just too long. It's just too long. There, it's just coming round on the slope. Needed to take a little bit off of that. Not too bad though. It's going to put me within about 20 feet. There we go, 22 feet. It's that's the only problem with going long here, is that it's brutal. It's a downhill putt. Just want to get this one rolling. This is going to roll for days. Look at that. 16, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Went 2 feet past. It couldn't have missed by much. I couldn't really see much because my character was in the way, but the judgment of the speed on that one was absolutely spot on. Alright, we're getting to the sharp end of things. Hole number 14. Home stretch. Wind should bring this back into the fairway. Beautiful. Beautiful. Should be right hand side of the fairway. And being a dog leg to the left, that should open this hole right up. Yeah, look at that. Couldn't have placed that much better. Huge, huge green. That pin is right on the back of the green. Right, 127 it's playing. Added a little more onto that. Has it got the legs? Yes, it does. Now it needs to bite. Oh, a little long. Little long. I think I'm going to putt that from there. "15 feet. Slightly uphill. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, 5 under par, going along beautifully at the moment. 14 mile/h wind, so the wind has picked up quite noticeably in the last few holes. The wind should bring that really nicely round into the fairway. There we go, you can see it coming back in now. It should roll out of the shadows. There we go, 300 yards. It's a par 4. It is a par 4, long one though, almost 500 yards. 195 to the flag. 197 with the elevation change, so it's playing about 194. see if this wind has that much of an effect. Ooh, I took too much off of it and the wind had more of an effect than I thought. It's not too bad though, not too bad at all. Got a flop shot here, 18 yards. Oh, I'll take that. I'll take that. It was a little bit fierce, but it's going to leave me with a tricky putt for par. Very, very tricky. Get in, get in, get in. Oh, amateur side of the hole. Should always over allow rather than under allow. And I paid the price for that one. Alright. That was hole number 15. We have 3 to play. Start off with a very long par 3. Pin position pretty brutal. Right, so I've got a bit of fade on that and the wind's taking it round. We are going to be on the green, albeit we are going to be quite a considerable distance from the flag. I reckon that's going to be about a 50-foot putt. 38, not as bad as I thought it was going to be. And it is uphill, but it is moving a long way from right to left. God, that slowed up quite quickly. That slope must have been right near the hole because that was moving at a hell of a pace. And we're in for par. That's not too bad. I think we're at 4 under par now. Yeah, everybody else has dropped back. There's a few guys there on 1 under. Matsuyama, McIlroy, Fisher, Alex Noren, Russell Henley, Danny Willett, Brandt Snedeker and Gary Woodland all on 1 under. Spieth dropped back to level par. 17th hole, almost 600 yards, par 5, 14-mile-an-hour wind. Realistically, not going to be getting there in 2 because that would look like it was a slight headwind, so don't think we're going to be reaching it in 2. 300 yards? No, probably not. Probably not, and the safe option is probably not to go for it. No, 293. It's not achievable. Let's just play smart, get it down there in the fairway. There we go. Couldn't have played it much better than that. We should have a chip shot here. 36 yards to the flag. I was in 2 minds about whether to play that flop shot because I was hoping it wasn't going to spin back, and it also didn't really have the full yardage because of that upslope, and I did take a little bit off of it, so I have paid the price. Question is, can we sink it anyway? We can. Takes us back to 5 under par. Oh, Snedeker, Fisher and Gary Woodland have also made gains there. They're at 2 under. Right, tricky hole here. Am I going to stay out of the sand? Oh, I have stayed out of the sand. I am in the light rough, but it rolled all the way around that bunker. That was incredibly fortunate. Came out nicely. Question is, has it got the legs? Oh, it does. It does. That I don't think I could have played that much better if I was playing that off the fairway. It's left me with a tricky putt though, I must add. It didn't turn as much as I thought it would, and look at that racing away. 9-foot putt, and it's gone twice as far the other way. So we do run the risk of dropping a shot here. But we managed to pick up the par. Didn't move how I thought it was going to, but it's in nonetheless. 5 under par, 65 through 18 holes, round 1 in the bag. Guys, thank you very much for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, this is round 1 of the 2018 PGA Championship at Bellerive. If you enjoyed this, hit that thumbs up, hit that like button, leave some comments in the box below, subscribe to both channels, Tim Wilson UK and also 58 Degree. And I will see you for round 2, which will be coming up very, very shortly. Until then, guys, take care. See you soon. Bye-bye now.